Hello, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest channel, where we dive deep into the heart-pounding, tear-jerking, and jaw-dropping moments that keep us glued to our screens. Today, we're unraveling one of the most gripping storylines to hit Salem in years: the mystery surrounding E.J. DiMera's shooting, the shocking possibility that young Rachel Black may hold the key to this crime, and the high-stakes drama unfolding at Johnny DiMera's trial. Will Rachel's secret be exposed, and can she find the courage to confess the truth to save Johnny from a life behind bars? Buckle up, because this tale is a roller coaster of emotions, secrets, and betrayals that will leave you speechless. For weeks, our channel has been buzzing with speculation about EJ's shooting, a crime that has torn through the fabric of Salem's tight-knit community. The DiMera family, known for their wealth, power, and penchant for chaos, is at the center of this storm. EJ, the charismatic yet cunning patriarch, lies in a hospital bed, fighting for his life after a near-fatal gunshot wound. Johnny, his son, stands accused of the crime, facing a trial that could send him to prison for years. But the whispers in Salem point to an unlikely suspect: Rachel Black, a young girl caught in a web of family loyalty, trauma, and dark secrets. Could Rachel, barely a teenager, have pulled the trigger? And if so, what drove her to such a desperate act? Let's dive into the drama and explore every twist and turn of this electrifying storyline. The night of the shooting, a tangled web of motives. The night EJ was shot is shrouded in mystery, a puzzle with pieces scattered across Salem's shadowy streets. It was a chilly evening, the kind that makes you pull your coat tighter and hurry home. EJ, as always, was at the heart of DiMera Enterprises, plotting his next move in a game of power and deception. But something went terribly wrong. A single gunshot rang out, echoing through the DiMera mansion, and EJ was found crumpled on the floor, blood pooling beneath him. The police were quick to point fingers at Johnny, whose strained relationship with his father was no secret. But here at TV Days Drama Digest, we've always suspected there's more to this story than meets the eye. Our channel has been vocal about one theory in particular: Rachel Black, the young daughter of Kristen DiMera and Brady Black, may be the true culprit. It's a shocking idea, one that has sparked heated debates among fans. How could a girl so young, so seemingly innocent, commit such a heinous act? To understand this, we need to go back to the events leading up to that fateful night. Rachel's life has been anything but ordinary. Caught between her parents' tumultuous relationship and the DiMera family's endless schemes, she's grown up in a world of secrets and lies. But one event, in particular, may have pushed her to the breaking point: the kidnapping of her beloved grandmother, Rachel Blake. A motive rooted in pain, the kidnapping of Rachel Blake, the matriarch of the Black family, was a pillar of strength and love in young Rachel's life. Her warmth and wisdom provided a safe haven in the chaos of Salem. But months before the shooting, Rachel Blake vanished without a trace, leaving her family in turmoil. Whispers soon surfaced that E.J. DiMera, in a ruthless bid to protect his family's empire, had orchestrated her disappearance. According to sources close to the DiMera family, E.J. believed Rachel Blake held incriminating evidence that could topple his business dealings. To silence her, he had her whisked away from Salem, hidden in a remote location far from prying eyes. For young Rachel, the loss of her grandmother was devastating. She idolized Rachel Blake, who had taught her to be brave, to stand up for what's right, and to never let the DiMera schemes break her spirit. The news of EJ's involvement in her grandmother's kidnapping would have been a crushing blow. Imagine the pain of a child who feels betrayed by the very people she's supposed to trust. Could this betrayal have driven Rachel to pick up a gun that night? Was she consumed by a need for justice, or was it something darker? A momentary lapse in judgment that spiraled out of control? Rachel's state of mind, a girl on the edge, here's where the story takes an even more dramatic turn. On the night of the shooting, Rachel may not have been herself. Sources close to the Black family have hinted at troubling signs in the weeks leading up to the incident. Rachel was withdrawn, haunted by nightmares, and plagued by guilt over her grandmother's disappearance. Some speculate she may have been struggling with a psychological breakdown, her young mind unable to cope with the weight of her family's secrets. Others whisper of something more sinister. Could Rachel have been manipulated, perhaps even drugged or coerced, into committing the act? The idea of Rachel being not herself raises chilling questions. Was she acting alone, or was she a pawn in someone else's game? Kristen DiMera, Rachel's mother, is no stranger to manipulation, and her own vendetta against EJ could have played a role. Or perhaps Brady, desperate to protect his daughter, inadvertently set the stage for her actions. The possibilities are endless, and each one adds another layer of intrigue to this already explosive storyline. Johnny's trial. A ticking time bomb as the mystery of EJ's shooting unfolds. All eyes are on Johnny DiMera's trial, a courtroom drama that promises to be one of the most intense in Days of Our Lives history. Johnny, a young man with dreams of making his mark in Salem, now faces the prospect of life in prison. The evidence against him is damning. A heated argument with EJ hours before the shooting, his fingerprints on a gun found at the scene, and a lack of a solid alibi. But those of us who know Johnny, and let's be honest, who doesn't love his rebellious charm, know he's no killer. The real question is whether Rachel will step forward to clear his name. Rachel's testimony is the linchpin of this trial. As a key witness, she's expected to take the stand and recount what she saw that night. But the thought of testifying terrifies her. Imagine a young girl, barely able to process her own emotions, standing before a courtroom filled with stern faces and probing questions. The weight of her secret is crushing her, and the fear of sending Johnny, an innocent man, to prison is almost too much to bear. Will she crumble under the pressure, or will she find the strength to reveal the truth? The courtroom scenes are nothing short of electrifying. The prosecution paints Rachel as an unreliable witness, a troubled child caught up in her family's drama. The defense, however, sees her as their only hope, a beacon of truth in a sea of lies. Every word she speaks could tip the scales of justice, and the tension is palpable. Fans have taken to social media, flooding our channel with comments like, "Rachel, just tell the truth," and "Johnny doesn't deserve this." The stakes couldn't be higher, and the drama is only just beginning. The moral dilemma, truth versus loyalty at the heart of this storyline, is a profound moral dilemma. Will Rachel choose truth over loyalty? Confessing to the shooting would mean admitting to a crime that could shatter her life and her family's reputation. It would mean facing the consequences of her actions, potentially losing the trust of those she loves. But staying silent would condemn Johnny, a man she knows is innocent, to a fate he doesn't deserve. It's a choice no child should have to make, and yet Rachel stands at this crossroads, her heart torn between fear and courage. The writers of Days of Our Lives have masterfully crafted this narrative to keep us on the edge of our seats. Each episode peels back another layer of Rachel's psyche, revealing the depth of her pain and the strength of her resolve. We see flashes of her inner turmoil, the way her hands tremble when she's questioned, the haunted look in her eyes when she thinks no one's watching, the whispered prayers for her grandmother's safe return. These moments humanize her, reminding us that she's not just a suspect, but a young girl caught in a nightmare. The ripple effects, Salem in chaos. The fallout from EJ's shooting extends far beyond Rachel and Johnny. The entire town of Salem is reeling, with alliances shifting and old wounds reopening. The DiMera family, never known for their unity, is fracturing under the strain. Stefano DiMera's legacy looms large, and some wonder if this shooting is part of a larger conspiracy tied to his empire. Meanwhile, the Black family is grappling with their own demons, as Kristen and Brady face the possibility that their daughter may be lost to them forever. The residents of Salem are taking sides, and the tension is palpable. Friendships are tested, romances are strained, and secrets long buried are coming to light. The local diner, once a place of laughter and gossip, is now a battleground for heated debates about who's to blame. Even the hospital, where EJ clings to life, has become a stage for whispered accusations and desperate pleas. This is Days of Our Lives at its finest, a story that weaves together love, betrayal, and redemption in a way that keeps us coming back for more. What's next? The truth will out as we await the next episodes. One thing is certain. The truth about EJ's shooting will come to light, and it will change Salem forever. Will Rachel find the courage to confess, saving Johnny from an unjust fate? Or will she remain silent, letting the weight of her secret destroy her from within? And what of EJ himself? Will he awaken from his coma to reveal what really happened that night, or will his silence leave the mystery unsolved? At TV Days Drama Digest, we're on the edge of our seats, eagerly awaiting each new twist. Our channel has been flooded with fan theories, and we love hearing your thoughts. Some of you believe Rachel acted alone, driven by a need to protect her grandmother's legacy. Others think she's covering for someone else, perhaps even Kristen or Brady. And then there's the wild card theory. Could EJ have staged the shooting himself, a desperate ploy to manipulate those around him? With Days of Our Lives, anything is possible. Join the conversation. What do you think, Salem fans? Will Rachel's secret be revealed, or will she take it to the grave? Can Johnny escape the shadow of his family's legacy, or is he doomed to pay for a crime he didn't commit? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things Days of Our Lives. We'll be back with more analysis, predictions, and behind-the-scenes scoops as this drama unfolds. Until then, keep your eyes on Salem, where the truth is never as simple as it seems. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.